We're still talking corruption. Are we winning the war in Nigeria? I would like to just go to Alfred Kemekpadu. Thank you very much for joining us on the program, Alfred.
Ijoma, thanks for having me. Good evening.
You listened to the last caller where he talked so much on corruption, and he said we are winning the war. That's his statement. What's your take on that?
It's not true that we are winning the war against corruption. It's obviously false. Recently, we had the nomination of ministers. We had so many ministers who have outstanding corruption cases coming into the Senate chambers without appropriate questioning, taking a bow and leaving. So as far as we are concerned, the corruption is just a matter of lip service, or it's kind of a slogan aimed at witch hunting the opponents of government. Even the presidency itself is not sincere with corruption. We're all in this country when we heard about the incidences of grass cutting with the former secretary to the government of the Federation. What has happened to that case? Even when it was obviously indicted, by the committee that the vice president headed. We see a whole lot of corruption. The whole thing just seems like every corrupt person who plays along the ruling party becomes a saint, and if you are not of the ruling party, then they come around you. So we can't be saying we are winning the corruption at all in any way. But Ijoma, I must also say this, that the way we fight corruption may not be the way we ought to be fighting it. We need to also see how we can build the way we can fight this thing we call corruption, because the present fight against corruption seems to be too cosmetic. Let me make bold to say that we have this whole country has been requesting the certificate of the President of the Federal Republic. And here we have like 12 senior advocates of Nigeria going to defend the certificate of the President of the Federal Republic. What corruption is more than that? Somebody asks for your certificate, show the certificate. So we have had a whole lot of this. So the presidency in itself that wants to fight the corruption cannot really fight the corruption, because it is soaked with mountainous corruption. So it's not true. In short, as a matter of fact, the president and the presidency does not have the capacity to fight corruption. I think they should just concentrate on other things, such as the construction of roads, making our INEC more fruitful, rather than saying they are fighting corruption. They can't. They wouldn't. Look at cases of people who are forgiven. It's all over, everywhere. This is not something you have to pick and choose or find. It's everywhere. Any person who is corrupt that joins the party, even the national chairman, even if he didn't mean it, said it in one of their rallies, that come to the ruling party and you are a saint. So they shouldn't tell us anything about that. Let them just concentrate on the development of our agricultural sector, our transport sector, our railway sector, and all meaning sectors. It will naturally fight the corruption rather than this lip service corruption they are fighting.